ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to another exciting episode of Trigger Warning Radio. I am your host, the Kaiju Conservative. So there's been a massive bombshell revelation in the Brett Kavanaugh nomination drama, ladies and gentlemen. It turns out back in 1985, in college, Brett Kavanaugh was in a bar fight. Well, okay, not really a bar fight. Actually, he threw his drink at somebody. He threw a glass of beer at somebody and hit them in the head, and it was just this horrible scene, this brawl. And well, okay, no, back up. Okay, no, he didn't do any of that. Actually, in fact, he never actually he wasn't actually the one really involved in the fight. He threw some ice at a guy who was being a dick in a bar. Yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is literally the latest, one of the latest bombshells in the Brett Kavanaugh saga, and it's just it's you know the Democrats said that they were going to pull out all the stops to defeat this guy and delay his nomination. They're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, ladies and gentlemen. Now, luckily, this story broke in the New York Times. Apparently, there was an incident in a bar in 1985. Brett Kavanaugh was involved. Apparently, ice was thrown. There may have been some fisticuffs or something like that. But in the end, the police did not charge Kavanaugh, although he was questioned, according to a police report that was again obtained by the New York Times. CNN, though, fake news CNN, they managed to get to the bottom of this whole sordid affair, folks. They went and they found one of Kavanaugh's classmates at Yale, a man named Chad Ludington, who was involved in this altercation and had some shocking revelations to tell, ladies and gentlemen. He was on with Chris Cuomo Monday night. So I've got the interview here. It's a long interview. It's about 4 minutes or so, but I definitely recommend listening to the whole thing. So here it is, talking about the horrible barroom brawl that he and Brett Kavanaugh were involved in back in 1985.
Report out there that Brett Kavanaugh is named in a police report about an incident that stemmed from drinking and being angry out one night. Do you know anything about this report?
Yes, I do. In fact, I know a great deal about this report.
Tell me.
Well, it all began, that evening began, in fact, I know the date now. I found it in the Hartford Courant program guide for September 1985. And Chris Dudley and Brett Kavanaugh and I went to a UB40 concert. They were a popular reggae band of the 1980s. In any event, at something called the Palace Theater, and it was a Wednesday night, so it was sort of an odd night to be going out, but the concert was a good one. So after the concert, we went to a bar called Demery's, and we were drinking, and I assumed beer, at some point, we looked over at this fellow who looked very similar to the lead singer of UB40, a guy named Ali Campbell. And we kind of give him the eye, looking at this guy, and we're kind of asking, is that really him? Could he be here? And if so, we'll introduce ourselves and say, great show, and maybe, share beer with him, whatever. And, he saw us looking at him and didn't like the fact that we were looking at them. So he said something like, what the hell are you looking at? And I said, oh, we just thought you were the lead singer of UB40. And he said something fairly aggressive, frankly, I'm not, and screw off, or something to that degree. And at that point, Brett took umbrage at this and threw his beer at the guy. I actually now found out from the report that it wasn't beer, that I had misremembered. It was ice cubes and whatever the drink was that he was drinking. I guess that is, we weren't drinking water, so it must have been some sort of mixed drink. Well, the fellow, says, yeah, Brett said, "Fuck you," or something to that effect, and threw the ice at the guy. The guy, understandably, even though he had been aggressive in his response, found that was a little one step too far. So he took a swing at Brett, and then they were kind of, two guys fighting. But that was all very quick. And then at that point, Chris Dudley, who had his drink in his hand, proceeded to smash it up against the guy's head. The melee went on very briefly. I don't know what Brett was doing exactly, but I was pulling Chris back, and someone else was pulling the other guy back. And next thing you know, there's some shouting. And I don't know how many minutes it was. It wasn't very many at all, frankly. The police show up, and they look around and ask questions about, who did what. But clearly, the big mistake, obviously, had been the smashing of the glass against the guy's head. So Chris was put in a squad car and taken down to jail. Brett was questioned, and I was questioned, and I forget exactly how the sequence turned out, but the sequence from there. But I then called the coach, and the coach went down to the station and picked up Chris.
Where in the hell did they find this guy? Oh my God! Oh my, who the hell coached him before he went on with Chris Cuomo? Oh my God, this guy a national televised appearance, but Jesus Christ, this guy was an absolute mess. We were drinking beer. Well, I don't know, it might have been mixed drinks. Well, no, it was actually ice that he threw. It wasn't his beer. And then his cell phone goes off. Who the hell brings their cell phone on a televised interview and leaves it on? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, put it on vibrate at least. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Now, of course, the Democrats are going to use this as yet another excuse to try and delay Kavanaugh's hearing. Senator Hirono from Hawaii, who really makes it tempting to just, give that entire island chain over to North Korea for nuclear testing purposes. She's trying to use this to further delay the investigation of the FBI into Judge Kavanaugh's background, which is, by the way, the 7th background check that he has had with the FBI. But you know what? This one, I don't see it going anywhere. Democrats are seeing that their whole sexual assault thing is just completely falling apart. It's imploding. Nobody believes Christine Blasey Ford. Everybody wants Brett Kavanaugh confirmed. 60% of voters, by the way, want Brett Kavanaugh confirmed if the FBI investigation turns up absolutely nothing, which it's not going to, folks. So, at this point, folks, it's sad. It really is sad. Democrats need to just realize that they've been beaten, give up, and lose gracefully, because they keep bringing on guys like Chad Ludington. It's only going to get worse for them. Hey guys, thanks so much for listening. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below. As always, if you liked what you heard, leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Both those things help me out quite a bit, and I will see you all next time.